Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Film Geek here, and last night I went and saw Paranormal Activity. Holy freaking shit. I wasn't really, the trailer looks like it could be kind of cool or kind of stupid, so you can kind of go either way. And I've seen a lot of reviews, where everyone's saying, oh, it's the scariest movie I've ever seen, it's the scariest movie of all time. I saw one said, it wasn't the scariest movie of all time, but it's certainly the scariest movie of my time. But then I've also seen a bunch of reviews saying, oh, this movie sucked, this movie's terrible, this movie is so stupid because you don't see anything. Why would you see anything? It's a ghost movie. I knew that going in, that I wasn't going to see any actual thing doing the harm. It's creepier that you don't see the shit and that things are just moving around and making noises and causing bodily harm. I think it's cooler that way. And I gotta tell you, this movie was fucking awesome. It started off really slow. I will give the haters that much credit, that the first probably 20 minutes or so are really dead. But it's not just dead, it's funny. So it's not even dead. Yeah, nothing scary is happening in a scary movie. It's comedic in the first bit, but you need that comedy because it sets it up, because then you're not expecting the scary stuff as much. And then people are like, oh, well, there wasn't enough scary stuff. That, I think, also was done very well, because there's enough going on to keep you creeped out and on the edge of your seat throughout the whole movie, but it's not like one giant scare after another. It's like you get a tiny little creak of a door. You know, like everyone. I saw somebody today who was like, "Oh, it's just moving doors the whole movie." No, it's not. You must have stopped watching the movie after like 20, 30 minutes, because yeah, like the very first one is just the door moves. That was the first creepy thing. Okay, but it's not all that small. Like there are other small stuff like that. You know, like just noises. But the noises come at a time when you're like, holy crap, that was not expected. You just jump because you weren't expecting it. But there's a lot of really creepy shit that happens in this movie. I was sufficiently creeped out to the point where driving home from the movie, my whole body was still tense from me jumping so hard. And when I got home last night, I didn't really want to go to sleep. I stayed online for about an hour after I got home. And then even once I got into bed, I just spent like a good couple hours waking up every time I start to fall asleep to look over at the door and make sure there was nothing there. This movie is fucking creepy. Okay? You just have to get past the whole MTV attention span, because then you'll love this movie. If you're gonna have the little MTV attention span, if something creepy is not happening every 5 minutes, the movie sucks, you're gonna not like this movie. If you can get past that, you're gonna love this movie. It was so fucking creepy, so well done. The timing was amazing. The acting was awesome from two pretty much completely unknowns. I looked them up on IMDb. One of them, this is the only movie he's ever done. And for the girl, it's one of 3 movies, but the other movies she just had an extra part. I think she had a line in some TV show episode. You know, so they're unknown actors, but they're damn good. This movie was made on a budget of only $15,000. That's really cool in of itself. A lot of people, because of the camera style, because there is a lot of the handheld, and it's obviously done on a home video camera type thing, a high-end video camera. You see the thing, I think it didn't look like an EX1, but it was something around that same size. You know, so it's a higher end, a prosumer camera, but a lot of people just from that are going to say, oh, it's trying to be Blair Witch, like everything else. No. See, here's the big difference between Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch. Blair Witch broke ground. It was the first movie to do that and do it well, that style. Okay, but Blair Witch wasn't scary. In Blair Witch, they literally were only jumping at sounds. Okay, and then they got lost, and it was it just wasn't scary. Paranormal Activity, yes, It's got the same visual style. Yes, they jump at sounds, but there's also creepy visuals that happen in this movie, and this movie has a fucking good story to it, too. You get bits and pieces of the fact that this has been happening to the lead female her whole life, and it's finally coming to this big, dramatic culmination that, like, it just freaks you out. It's a total mindfuck ending. And from what I've heard, when Steven Spielberg saw it in his own home, even he locked his own bedroom door because of how creeped out he was by this movie. If you can creep out Spielberg and you can creep out me, that's saying something, dude. Especially on only a budget of $15,000. See Paranormal Activity. It's awesome. It's super creepy. Yeah, there are slow parts, but that makes it even creepier, because you don't know when the jumps are going to happen. You don't know when the scary shit's coming, so you end up expecting it the whole movie. And so when it does come, it's that much scarier. This movie rocked. I give Paranormal Activity 4.5 out of 5. It was awesome. I would give it a 5 out of 5, but I thought it was going to be a little better quality video. I knew it was going to be video, but like in the commercial, it was like it got the HD camera on. This was not high def. If this was high def, it was very low resolution high def. There were parts of it that looked standard definition, like bad home video standard definition. I was hoping that it would be true HD throughout the whole thing, but it kind of jumped back and forth a little bit between looks, and that was the only bad part that I had about it. Other than that, I thought this movie rocked the house. Paranormal Activity, super fucking creepy, 4.5 out of 5. See it today.